Okay, so back in July, I put new shocks and struts on my car because I was going to take it to California. Right after that, the car started getting a clunking noise in the front and the rear. I checked everything. Everything was fine. So I decided to take it to a shop to make sure it wasn't something serious. It's just like every time I hit a bump, I heard like a clunk. The shop did a 30-point inspection or whatever. They checked it out. They said it was fine. They couldn't find the noise. They looked everywhere. So they tried to do further investigation. They dropped the gas tank thinking that the noise was in the gas tank, and there was nothing in the gas tank. The shop ended up replacing both of these, the upper shock mounts in the back. They were like $80 a piece. That didn't fix the problem. So here I am with a car that's making noise. They didn't fix the problem. They charged me $600. I was kind of pissed. So I ended up buying a brand new Durango during that time. I didn't take the car to California. And it's a good thing I didn't take the car to California because within 2,000 miles of them dropping the gas tank, my car started leaking gas. And 2,000 miles from here to New Jersey is about New Mexico, so I would have been stranded. That wouldn't have been good. So I called the shop back up and I told them, hey, my car's leaking gas. You guys are the last ones that worked on it. They said, bring it over. We'll check it out. Guy gives me a bullshit story about how somebody overfilled my gas tank and it caused the seal on the fuel pump to blow out and it needs a new fuel pump. At that time, I had COVID, so I knew the story was bullshit. I was going to go up there and argue, but because I had COVID, I was on a 10-day quarantine. I didn't feel like, giving everybody COVID. I actually wanted to be responsible. So I didn't argue. I ended up paying $600 more for a fuel pump. And I just said I'll never go to that shop again. By the way, if you guys want me to name drop, let me know, because I will. Anyway, not even 3 days later, I'm driving and this happens. Check engine light comes on. Car was running like absolute shit. So like I said before, I wasn't bringing it back to that shop because that shop is just honestly a bunch of shitheads that they just don't know what they're doing. I think they rip people off. I think that they create problems for the customer. But anyway, the guy who towed my car to that shop when I had the leaking gas tank has a shop in town, and I decided to take my car to him. So it turns out the shop that replaced my fuel pump didn't connect the EVAP line. How do you forget to connect the EVAP line? Like, it was literally hanging, he said. That's just irresponsible. It's just a shitty shop. And I'm sure if I would have taken it back to them, they would have been like, whoa, $600 more. So I also had the shop check the front and rear to see what that noise was. It turns out I had 2 defective struts and 2 defective shocks. And to top it all off with a cherry on top, when I went to take the car to drop it off at the shop, the battery died. So, of course, the car needed the battery as well. So with everything, parts, labor, battery, alignment, it came to $941. Most of this shit was preventative maintenance. It was just stuff that, cars need. It has nothing to do with it being a Ford. But the shit that pisses me off is the fact that I spent $1,200 with a shop that just does shitty work and didn't even fix my problem. Just caused more problems, more headaches. If y'all want me to name drop, I will. I left them a nasty Google review.